Assalamualaikum. In today's lecture, we will discuss about plant nutrition, mineral nutrition in plants. Since we know the basic needs of all the living organisms, plants, animals, microorganisms, macroorganisms, they are essentially the same. They require macromolecules such as carbohydrates, proteins and fats, water and minerals for their growth and development. Since plants pick up the inorganic substances from outside, that is soil, water and air, and incorporate these inorganic substances like carbon dioxide, water and other substances into organic matter. These inorganic elements obtained from the soil, and the inorganic elements obtained from the soil by the plants are used as raw materials. For the synthesis of materials required for their growth development are called minerals. And the inorganic elements obtained from the soil by the plants, which are used as raw materials, are called mineral elements. The absorption, utilization and assimilation of these inorganic substances are minerals by the plants for the synthesis of materials required for their growth and development is called mineral nutrition. And the minerals or inorganic substances obtained from the soil by the plants are called minerals. The absorption, utilization and assimilation of these inorganic substances or minerals by the plants for the synthesis of materials required for their growth and development is called mineral nutrition. And this is what are minerals and what is mineral nutrition. And minerals are the inorganic substance obtained by the plants from the soil. And mineral nutrition is the absorption, utilization and assimilation of these inorganic substances or minerals by the plants for the synthesis of materials required for their growth and development. Now, the methods to study the mineral requirement of plants. Many methods were devised to study the mineral requirement of the plants from time to time. In this context, in 1860, Julius von Sachs, a prominent German botanist, was the first man who demonstrated that plants can be grown to maturity in a definite nutrient solution in complete absence of soil. And we can say Julius von Sachs, a prominent German botanist, was the first person who demonstrated that plants can be grown into maturity in a complete soil-less solution. This technique of growing plants in a defined nutrient solution in complete absence of soil, this is called hydroponics. Timuk matlab go, hydroponics method, it was devised by von Sachs, or in other words we can say the first demonstration that plants can be grown to maturity in a defined nutrient solution in absence of soil. This was given by Julius von Sachs in 1860. And this technique of growing plants into maturity in a soil-less solution is called hydroponics. This hydroponics, it has been successfully employed as a technique for the commercial production of vegetables such as tomato, seedless cucumber and lettuce. And we can say, you say hydroponics, sure, and the technique of growing plants to maturity in a soilless solution. Yase av successfully istemal karna for the commercial production of some vegetables such as tomato, seedless cucumber, lettuce. Any question shaka etkananjit when you say hydroponics, common plantan, kath plants manzav istemal karna for the production for the production of which plants? Just this example is tomato, seedless cucumber, and lettuce. Impat hasa ay various methods. Many methods were devised to see the essentiality of these mineral nutrients for the plants. The impat hasa gai after a series of these methods, after a series of techniques, us with atnatijas pet ki kus element which element is essential for the growth and development of the plants. Which elements are essential for the growth and development of the plants. So we will see now essential mineral elements. Come elements essential for growth and development of plants. What which is essential elements kya gai? But essential elements, these are the elements whose absence results in non-completion of life cycle of the plants by affecting its growth, development, physiology, and reproduction. And some sari elements which are essential for the growth and development of the plants, or in other words, whose absence results in non-completion of life cycle of the plants by affecting its growth, development, physiology, and reproduction. Some sari elements essential asan, obligatory asan for the growth and development of the plants. The yehun's absence the plant is not able to complete its life cycle, complete its growth, complete its development, complete its physiology, complete its reproduction. And it affects its growth, its development, its physiology and reproduction. And in short, we can say those elements which are essential for growth, development, physiology and reproduction of a plant, they are called essential elements. They are called essential elements. Which is essential element kus. In fact, more than 60 elements of the 105 discovered elements so far are found in plants. Because we have 5 elements discovered Umo akhat pancho much is which are shared elements which are found in plants. And when we study plants, as we get 60 plants out of these 105 plants which are found in different plants. The aim allow the which is kus element use waki essential for the growth and development of the plant. Any young element which absence of plant can growth development complete kariat. But aim which is an element is essential for a plant or it is not essential for the plant. That is one criteria for essentiality of an element for a plant. Now, different criteria were given by different these physiologists, but it was Arnon and Stout in 1939 who proposed some important criteria which are essential for an element. These are known as criteria for essentiality of an element for a plant. These are as under. Number first, the element must be necessary, absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction. And the first thing is the element must be absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction in a plant. In absence of the element, the plant does not complete their life cycle or set the seeds. And it can happen. So element uses absolutely, which is obligatory for supporting normal growth and development and reproduction of a plant, that is called essential element. In other words, we can say, in absence of the element, agar ye element mojood asenga, the plant does not complete its life cycle normally or is not able to set seeds. Yahan chhan ye panun life cycle hi complete karange. Agar wo kun sat life cycle, agar ye kun sach growth emis gatha, magar seeds chhan ye set karange. And it is not able to reproduce. Number second requirement, the requirement of the element must be specific. And the element, its requirement must be specific, that is, and not replaced by any other element. ये एलिमेंट हसा गए स्पेसिफिक रिक्वायरमेंट गए स्पेसिफिक यह गसन रिप्लेस हेकन बे कुन सत कर इन अदर वर्ड्स deficiency of any one element cannot be met by supporting some other elements. अगर as deficiency कुन element आस ये न से हेकुन इस करित ये न से हेकुन suffice करित कि ये न से हेकुन replace करि by any other element. यानी अगर इस वारिया element इम जाय आत supply करो ये रोक युस ये कमी इमिच ये न से हेकन पूर गछत यानी this element it is requirement cannot be replaced by any other element. यानी अगर कह काम करने खतर नाइट्रोजन जरूर it cannot be replaced by any other element, potassium, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. A particular function which is performed by nitrogen, it is always performed by nitrogen. A particular function which is performed by potassium, it is always performed by potassium. अगर इस potassium बदल nitrogen provide करो, बल्कि अगर एक element बदल इस 4-5 element provide करो, ये image use requirement as ये पूर गथा. Okay, this is the second requirement. Number third, the element must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. यानी ये element हसे गए directly involved asun metabolism of the plant. For example, magnesium is the constituent of chlorophyll. चूँकि chlorophyll which is very essential, which is obligatory for photosynthesis. आत्मच आसा magnesium, आत chlorophyll आसा magnesium. अगर हसे it cannot be replaced by any other element for the same function. अगर ऐसी magnesium की कमी आए, अस हको न ये magnesium बदल बेका element लगायत कि यानी the function of magnesium is always performed by magnesium. Any other element cannot replace this magnesium. This is the third criteria for essentiality of an element. The element must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. It must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. Now, another aspect of this mineral nutrition is, and we have seen what are minerals, what are mineral nutrients, what is mineral nutrition, who is the person who first devised the requirement of these minerals for the plant, that is von Sachs. But which is the method which he devised for growing plants in soilless culture, that is called hydroponics. But which is hydroponics, kath plants maza going successfully employ karna. Itha kanai mushas but essential elements kya gai. तो कई एलिमेंट्स प्लांटन में मौजूद आसान इन पत वुच क्राइटेरिया फॉर एसेंशियलिटी ऑफ एलिमेंट इन पत ब्याक दैट इज मैक्रो एंड माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स गड वुचो मैक्रो तो माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट कत बुनियादस पे क्लासिफिकेशन कत बुनियादस पे करान न्यूट्रिएंट दिस क्लासिफिकेशन इज डन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ क्वांटिटेटिव रिक्वायरमेंट्स and on the basis of quantitative requirements, plant elements, essential elements are divided into two categories. Is kun such question yawa kath bunyad spec is mineral elements, essential elements divide kara into macro and micronutrient, that is quantitative requirement. That is quantitative requirement. And on the basis of quantitative requirement, essential elements are divided into two categories, macronutrients and micronutrients. Which is macronutrients kya hai? Macronutrients, these are generally present and required by the plants in large quantities. Any the minerals, the essential elements which are present and required by the plant in large quantities are called macronutrients. But in large quantity kya? That is in excess of 10 millimole per kg of dry weight. Any element युस मौजूद आस या जरूरत आस प्लांटस मज इन एक्सेस ऑफ 10 millimole per kg of dry matter, it is called macronutrients. Now, these macronutrients include carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, potassium, calcium and magnesium. अमेक मतलब गो कस macronutrients is 9 यानी 9 essential elements are macronutrients which are present and required by the plant in large quantities. Which was micronutrients. Micronutrients is one trace elements. Yani micronutrients are also known as trace elements. These are present and necessary and needed by the plant in small amounts. तम एलिमेंट्स यम अकिस प्लांटस मौजूद तो जरूरत आसन कम तादादस मन तमन ट्रेस एलिमेंट्स या माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स सो कम तादाद क्या दैट इज लेस देन 10 मिलीमोल पर केजी ऑफ ड्राई मैटर यानी तम एलिमेंट्स यम लेस देन 10 मिलीमोल पर केजी ऑफ ड्राई मैटर अकिस प्लांट्स में मौजूद अमन माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स दीज माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स इंक्लूड आयरन मैग्नीज कॉपर molybdenum, zinc, boron, chlorine and nickel. Some 8 elements. It comes total. Any macro now micro any total essential elements we have 17. And out of 105 elements we see in plants we get 60 elements. In different plants we find 60 elements, but out of these 60 only 17 are essential elements, and 17 are directly involved in the growth and development of the plant. And the deficiency of these 17 elements affect the growth, development, reproduction and physiology of the plant. But out of these 17, 9 are macronutrients. They are required in higher concentrations, and 8 are required in small concentrations. 8 are required in small concentration. Now, out of these 17, क्योंकि अथ मज वुच नौ मैक्रोन्यूट्स मगर अमो नौ मज कार्बन हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन दे आर नॉट obtained from the soil. They are not mineral elements, but they are called non-mineral elements, and they are obtained from water and carbon dioxide. They are obtained from water and carbon dioxide. In umum just carbon, hydrogen, to oxygen, mineral elements, but they are called non-mineral elements. Macronutrient, completely mineral elements, they are only 6. They are only 6. Out of these 9, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, they are obtained from water and carbon dioxide, and they are also known as non-mineral elements. Non-mineral is baki they are obtained from the soil and are known as mineral elements. Then their nutrition as mineral nutrition. So in addition to these 17 essential elements, there are some elements which we known as which call as beneficial elements, such as sodium, silicon, cobalt and selenium, which are required by higher plants. Any almost sadav allow key elements beneficial elements. Beneficial element manchu chuvarima. Any beneficial element manchu chuvarima. Sodium, silicon, cobalt and selenium. Beneficial elements. Essential elements. Beneficial elements which are required by higher plants. Any baki plants, in most of the plants only 17 elements are required. Magar im alawt ki element is beneficial element sodium, silicon, cobalt and selenium which are required by higher plants. These are called beneficial elements. Kun such question which of the following is a beneficial element or which of the following is not a beneficial element? Sodium, silicon, cobalt and selenium. Accordingly to answer there. Now essential elements, essential elements can also be grouped. Macro to micronutrient. They can also be grouped into 4 broad categories on the basis of their diverse functions. On the basis of their diverse functions, we can divide these essential elements into 4 broad categories. Number first, as components of biomolecules or structural elements of cells. Almost key elements which are structural components of the plants or plant cells. Structural elements, components of biomolecules. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. And structural elements, components, plant and cell elements. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. And a question, kus element which acts as the components of biomolecules or which are considered to be structural elements of plant cells. That is only 4: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Number second, mineral nutrient or these essential elements as components of energy related chemical compounds. You must say energy related components of energy related chemical compounds in plants are such. At magnesium and phosphorus, two important elements, magnesium and phosphorus. Magnesium is the component of chlorophyll and phosphorus is the component of energy rich compounds like ATP and ADP, and it's also a component of DNA and RNA. The important nucleic acids, whose phosphorus. Number third, mineral element, essential elements act as cofactors, या activators, या inhibitors of enzymes. And we can say the essential elements act as cofactors of enzymes, या as activators or inhibitors of enzymes. Key has act as cofactors of enzymes, या यहाँ से activate करा या inhibit करा enzyme activity. Achha example magnesium. Magnesium has activator for the enzymes ribulose, bisphosphate carboxylase, RUBP carboxylase. Use kathmach istemal gatha, use as light, use as dark reaction much istemal gatha in C3 plant. Itha kanaj byak RUBP oxygenase. Use as photorespiration much istemal gatha. Atich activator kus magnesium. Yehai magnesium, it is also the activator of another enzyme, PEP carboxylase, phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase, which is the main enzyme, first enzyme of this carbon dioxide fixation, dark reaction in C4 plants. Atich activator kus magnesium. Itha kane zinc. Yah such activator enzymes, yah such alcohol dehydrogenase, molybdenum. It is the activator of the enzyme nitrogenase. Both these enzymes, that is alcohol dehydrogenase and nitrogenase, they bring about nitrogen metabolism. They are the important enzymes of nitrogen metabolism. Number fourth, essential elements which alter osmotic potential of this. Im alav hasa essential elements vim hasa alter kara osmotic, im hasa effect kara, im hasa control kara osmotic potential of the plant cells. For example, potassium. Potassium controls the opening and closing of the gas stomata. Opening and closing of the, thus controlling this transpiration, thus controlling growth of plant cells. Im alav sodium increases permeability, while as calcium decreases permeability of the membranes. And sodium plays an important role in increasing the permeability of the cell membranes, while as calcium decreases the permeability of the membranes. And kunsati question is, when you say kus mineral, kus essential element increase kara permeability, ya kus decrease kara permeability, sodium increases